Let me tell you about this girl. Maybe I shouldn't. I met her in Philly, and her name was Brown. See, we been making love constantly. That's why my eyes always shade black burgundy.
Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another vloggy vlog. So as you guys can see, I am in the bed right now. I had one night, one night of fun led me to have a week of pain, okay? So let me explain. The last video that I posted with me going out with my little crew, yeah, I believed I got gluten. If y'all don't know what gluten is, let me just break this down to y'all if y'all are new here. So your girl has lupus, celiac disease, and fibromyalgia. And with celiac disease, a lot of people don't know what celiac disease is. It is basically being allergic to gluten. What gluten is wheat. Anything that got wheat, barley, or rye. So with that being said, this is kind of new to me. Well, I found out in January, so it's been a year, basically almost at the end of this year, it'll be a year of me being, you know, finding out that I had celiac disease. I had it way longer than a year, but I got the diagnosis in January, and you know, I started making the changes to do what I had to do so I can be better. The only cure to celiac disease is to stop eating gluten. It's really hard because gluten is in like 95% of everything that we have, from food, I mean in our food, from seasonings to everything, anything that's breaded, anything that's you know, like it's a lot of stuff, even down to candy, you know, potato chips, things that you wouldn't even think that had gluten in it, juice, just anything, like salad dressings. It could be anything, like it will have some type of gluten in it. So I had to literally change my whole life, change how I eat. So I'm just doing this disclaimer because I don't know if anybody new was watching me, and I just want you to know so that you can understand what I'm going through. Anyway, I went out last Saturday, and y'all seen that video, my little club hopping, bar hopping video with my crew. And yeah, a couple of days after that, I just started feeling sick, and it just seemed like it got worse and worse. Every day it was just like, you know, just stomach pains, and what I was feeling before when I first before I, you know, found out I had celiac, I started feeling those feelings again. It was worse this time because I have been doing pretty good, but I feel like I did too much. I keep telling myself stop drinking, and I got hyped up and decided to have a few drinks. I don't know if it was the liquor. We did have a little issue at the first spot we went to. On the menu, this is what pisses me off about the whole gluten-free menu options. First of all, a lot of these restaurants don't even know what the fuck gluten-free is. They don't know what celiac disease is. They don't know how serious this illness is, because a lot of people say, oh, I went gluten-free as a diet, not because you have to. So when people say they went gluten-free or they want gluten-free, sometimes they just want it as a diet choice, not necessarily because it's a health choice. So a lot of people don't take gluten free things seriously. So this restaurant had certain things on their menu that was gluten-free. Now they had this big tower thing where they had wings, nachos, like a whole bunch of different stuff that came, and we was like, it was an appetizer, and we was gonna split it between the whole table. Now the fries and the nachos, it was like some loaded nachos, they were supposed to be gluten-free. So I talked to the waitress because I'm like, I need to make sure, you know, y'all got gluten-free, and you know, I told them my issue, and she was like, oh yeah, sure, we'll just bring out the nachos and the fries separate so it won't be on the same tray as everything else, so you'll be able to eat that. Cool. I'm like, cool. But mind you, when I first came into the restaurant, I already had in my head, like, I'm not about to, it was like a sports bar. I was like, it was a sports bar. I was like, I'm not about to eat nothing in here because I don't believe that they have anything gluten-free. I already had that in my head, and I should have stuck with that because, you know, so the girl, you know, she said, I'm gonna talk to the kitchen, blah, blah, blah. So when she brought out the food, she was like, I have an issue. It's gluten-free, but it's not like it's gluten friendly. First of all, what the fuck is gluten friendly? What is gluten friendly? Like, they literally said to me, oh, it's gluten friendly. What the fuck does that even mean, gluten friendly? I just got pissed off because I'm like, what is gluten friendly? That means it's just gluten. Like, what do you mean? Like, it's either is gluten free or it's not. And if you saying it's gluten free, but then you have it advertised as gluten free, but then it's not really gluten free, that's false advertisement. And that pisses me the fuck off because it's just another reminder of how these restaurants are so fucking clueless. They don't give a fuck. They don't care unless it happens to them or somebody they know. You know what I'm saying? Then they'll understand. But the majority of the people just don't understand how serious having celiac disease is. They don't get it. They really don't get it. So this shit is really starting to get on my nerves for real because it's like, it's making me not want to go out. Like, I do want to go out, but I just can't. It's like, I just can't eat at certain places. And even when on the menu, it literally says gluten free, but it's not. Like, why is you advertising? Like, if I didn't check, if I didn't make sure to talk to the waitress and say, hey, I have this illness. I need to make sure my food is prepared. I need to make sure y'all are doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And I would have just ate that shit because I know people out here with this illness that will probably do that if they're not. That is just so messed up. But anyway, to make a long story short, I got contaminated. And, you know, in the gluten-free community, like celiac disease community, a lot of people say I got gluten. Basically, like, I got gluten, which means I had something that was gluten, that had gluten in it, and it made me severely sick. So it is now Friday. Mind you, I went out Saturday. Let me pull up my calendar so I can tell you the exact date. I went out with my friends on the 12th, October 12th. It is October the 18th and I am still sick. I went out on October 12th, y'all. It is the 18th as of today and I am still sick. Stomach just in pain. Constipation. My body just keeps overheating and I keep like sweating crazy, like profusely sweating. Like, if I do anything, if I get up and move around too much, my body will just overheat. Like, I'll just get hot, like extremely freaking hot, like a heat flash, or a hot flash. And before I had found out that I had celiac, I was just like, if y'all been here for a while and y'all been watching me through this whole process, like last year, when I had my lupus flare that led up to the celiac disease, y'all remember me like, oh my God, why am I always constipated? Like, what is going on with me? Like, I ain't never had this issue. I was buying Benefiber. I bought Metamucil. I didn't take that Metamucil. It looked too weird. But I was buying Benefiber, Metamucil. I was trying to figure out why I was constipated. I bought prune juice. You know, I was like, what is going on with me? Like, and then I was just overheating all the time, like having these hot flashes, these severe hot flashes. And I was like, what the heck? Am I going through like perimenopause, premenopause? Like, I'm too young for this. I am 38. But I was like, what is going on with my body? I didn't know what was going on. And then I just started feeling really, really sick to the point where I was like, okay. I woke up one morning like, okay, I need to call my doctor because something is wrong. Like, something is severely wrong with me. I'm not feeling good. Like, I am like really, it was just bad. Like, and then I went to my doctor and, you know, I really, really, truly feel like my doctor hates me. It's either she hates me, she's racist, she just don't like me. It didn't always feel like that, but as we're going along with all of these issues that I'm starting to have and me, you know, advocating for myself on what I want and how I want to be treated and like what kind of medicines I want to take, it's like she don't like that. She don't like me speaking up for myself or doing the research on medications. Like, she, like, when I had told her that I felt like I was having a lupus flare, I'm like, I must be having a lupus flare because I never felt like this before. I'm going through, this was back in June of last year. Was it last year? Yeah, this was back in June of last year. So I'm like, I am going through something. I don't know what it is. I'm sick. I'm not good. I'm not, like, my body is not right. I can't get out the bed. I have extreme fatigue. I was telling her everything. It was so many symptoms. It was so many things happening to my body that I was letting this lady know. And y'all, she told me, oh, you're just severely depressed, but I'm gonna give you a blood test if that's what you want. Gave me the blood test. Then she brought me back in like, okay, yes, we do see you're having a lupus flare, but it might be something else, so we need to take another test. And that's when she found out that I had the celiac disease. So basically, when she gave me the test, the first blood test she gave me, she was like, okay, we see that you're having a lupus flare, but we also see that it may be like celiac disease or something else is going on with your blood. And if something else is going on with your blood, we're gonna have to take you to see a hematologist. But if it comes back celiac, then we'll know that it's celiac. So they took another blood test to kind of narrow down what it was, and that's when they came back and found out it was celiac. And then I didn't find this out until January. So mind you, from June all the way to January, I'm just going through it. Even before that, but June, I feel like it ramped up. I was working at a resort. I had to end up quitting my job because the job initially made the flare worse. So my doctor was like, you don't need to work. Like, you need to not work at that job. You need to stop working because that is making your flare. So I haven't worked since. And it's kind of hard for me to actually get a regular job because of so many problems I have. I'm trying to find a work from home job right now. That's neither here nor there. Let's finish the story. Anyway, so the first thing is the doctor basically didn't believe that I was having a lupus flare until she gave me the test. Now, fast forward to about a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago. I went to the doctor and she had put me on this medication for fibromyalgia. And now, what I will say about the medication is working to a point. I made sure that she gave me the lowest dose of the medication because I was like, I'm not too sure. I did my research on it. I looked at other people that was using the medication. Like, I am following a lot of different groups on Facebook. I love Facebook for that reason. I don't really do a lot on Facebook when it comes to just posting stuff and like communicating with other people, but I'm in a lot of groups. I'm in groups for celiac disease, lupus, just anything that's interesting to me, I'm in a group for it. And anything that I want to, just know about or, want to be a part of, I join those groups. So when I, heard about the celiac disease, I said, okay, let me go to Facebook and see what kind of groups. So I found all kind of celiac support groups, celiac, recipes for gluten-free, like all of this stuff. So I'm really learning a lot from being in these groups and like hearing other people and like what medications other people are taking and how it reacts with them. And, everybody, like just hearing it, and it's very helpful. So this medication that I got, when I got it, I, looked it up for one. I did my research, and I went to the group, seeing other people talking about the medication. It's a very popular medication amongst people that have fibromyalgia. So when I had, looked into it, I seen what the side effects was. So I'm like, okay. So I've been taking this medicine for, it's been a while now. I can't remember the exact date I started, but it's been a while. It's been a long while. So now I'm noticing that one of my issues was before I found out that I had celiac disease, I was losing my appetite because I was getting sick from eating gluten. So I couldn't eat. It was the weirdest shit, y'all. It was the weirdest thing. It was like I would be hungry. I would want to eat. I would go to eat something, and when I ate it, it's like my body just rejected it. Like, I just could not eat it. I would just stop eating. I would get disgusted. Like, I cannot eat this. It was just so frustrating, and I started dropping weight. I used to be a little chunky, okay? I'll put a picture up here. I got, like, videos on my channel. Like, I'll post, matter of fact, I'll put a thing in one of these corners of a video that y'all can go back and look at. It's an old video when I first moved to Florida. I was chunky, okay? I was pushing 200 pounds at one point. And then like right before I found out about the celiac disease before I started losing weight. I had got down to about 176. Now, you got to understand, I am like 5'1", 5'1 and a half, 5'2 on a good day. But I'm 5'1 for real, 5'1 and a half. So I'm very short, and all that weight on me, it just, you know, when you short and you got a lot of weight on you, you can see it. So, before I started getting real sick last year, I had weighed about 176, and I was trying to exercise. I was trying to get that weight off me. I was like, I just need to lose like 10-15 pounds. You know, I just want to get down a little bit because I was busting out of everything, couldn't fit, like everything was super tight, stomach big as hell, you know, looked like I was about 7 months pregnant. Sometimes like my stomach was big. I used to wear those tight ass girdles, just fat busting out of everything. My size, like I was chunky, okay, and I needed to drop down some pounds. Now, I didn't want to drop down the pounds like how I did, but I ended up dropping down the pounds because I couldn't eat. So as I couldn't eat and my appetite just started going away, I just started dropping weight rapidly. And I know like I complain about it a lot because like this whole experience of first of all, if you have any like autoimmune illness or any illness, any kind of illness period, it's kind of traumatizing. Like it's kind of traumatizing. And finding out that I had celiac disease and then having to change my whole life of how I ate food, how I did anything. Like when I go somewhere, I literally need to take a lunchbox with me because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat where I go. I don't know if the restaurant is gonna have gluten-free options. I have been places where I'll go up to the cash register. I'll be like, hello, do y'all have any gluten-free options? They'll be like, gluten? What's that? You know, so it's like, I have to literally change my whole life around. Like, it's been so crazy. Like, I have to eat different. I can't eat regular bread. I can't eat regular stuff. Like I can eat a lot of like, you know, meat. Of course I can eat meat, but I gotta look at the seasonings. I gotta look at, you know, and even with barbecue, you would think, oh, you should be able to eat barbecue. But if somebody barbecuing and they use beer as a like base to squirt on their barbecue or rub on their barbecue, I can't eat the barbecue now because you put beer on it, because beer has gluten in it. Like it's just a lot, y'all. It's a lot. And so and that ain't even the tip of the iceberg. But anyway, so it's very traumatizing going through this whole thing. You would not understand it unless you went through it. It's like a lot of people just don't get it and be super clueless about it. But you know, you don't understand until you won't understand it unless you educate yourself on it. That's the only way. Unless you know somebody personally that is dealing with this and you know what the hell they're going through, or you know, are going through it yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or you do the research on it yourself and really figure it out, because this is a hard thing to deal with, especially dealing with it with a world that just don't give a fuck about what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, oh, everybody know what a peanut allergy is. Oh, don't get that person peanuts, you know, da-da-da. But when it comes to gluten, it's like, fuck you. And I know a lot of people, some people may not understand, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm going all around the world to get to a point, but just stay with me here. Stay with me. So anyway, so when I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, I was trying to get off this medication. I was like, okay, this medication, I feel like I'm having a side effect where it's making my appetite, it's like suppressing my appetite, basically. One of the side effects to this medication is loss of appetite, right? So, mind you, when I was talking about losing weight before, my weight started rapidly dropping. This is before I started this medicine. This was when I found out I was, you know, when I was going through all the sickness. My weight started dropping rapidly. And I was getting scared, like, okay, I'm getting to the point where I can't fit my panties. I can't fit my bras. I'm putting on leggings that used to be skin tight, and they loose like jogging pants. So I'm like, okay, this is an issue here. You know, I had to go out and buy like a whole bunch of new panties, bras, a smaller size, just so I can fit that and feel comfortable in it. Like I'm putting on panties and the panties are loose, y'all. I'm like, what the heck? Like, it's crazy. So I was like, okay, I need to get my weight up. But I guess, like, from me not being able to eat, my body went into ketosis. Now, y'all know a lot of people do the keto diet where you don't eat certain things, and it's like you put your body into ketosis so your body can start dropping weight fast. My body just went into ketosis because I just couldn't eat nothing. So the weight just started coming off, and my body is still in that state where my body is in ketosis. I'm just literally losing weight every day. Like, if I miss a meal, I'm losing a pound. I'm waking up every day and it's a pound gone, a pound. And then I started drinking Ensures because I'm like, okay, I need some protein. Like, I can't eat, you know, certain things. But like, as time going by, I've been learning how to, you know, eat and do things, you know, so it won't be so crazy, you know. But anyway, getting back to my point. When I went to the doctor a couple of weeks ago, I asked her can I get off this medication? The thing about this medication is you cannot just stop it. You can't just stop this medication. You have to slowly wean yourself off of this medication. Because I missed one day of taking this pill. I take literally one of these pills every night. I take it at nighttime. And I had called the pharmacy one time too late to refill my prescription, and it was like, oh, we're not gonna be able to get in. I was so like, oh my goodness, I need that pill. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not want to go through, you know, just instant pain. And that's exactly what happened. I missed that pill, and the next day my body was just pain from the top all the way down. My shoulders, my back, my neck, the back of my back, my sides, the sides of my thighs, the back of my, the top of my butt area where my back and my butt meet. Just pain. My elbows, my arms, like, it was just pain everywhere. My joints, like, my whole body was just in pain. And that's how it is. So if you just stop taking the medication, that pain come back with a vengeance. Like, I'm going to attack you. You know what I'm saying? And so I asked my doctor, I want to actually wean myself off this medication. I told her, like, can we wean myself off this medication so that I can stop taking it, because I don't like how I'm steady losing weight, and then it's like I can't eat everything. I can't eat like I eat like a bird now. Like, I just nibble on stuff. I try to eat certain things, and y'all, it's just a lot to deal with. But I'm gonna come back because my camera is about to die because it's overheating. If y'all know, I got camera problems. So once this camera do what it needs to do, I will be back to tell y'all the rest of the story. Okay, y'all, I'm back. It's actually been a couple of hours because I wanted to get some stuff done. But camera should be back at a good setting, temperature or whatever. But to make a long story short, what I was trying to say is, basically, I asked the doctor if I can get weaned off of this medication. She come back and tell me she feels like I should have a higher dosage of the medication, and also she want to prescribe me a different anxiety medication because I'm just giving myself anxiety about the medication. And I'm like, okay, did you just hear what I said? If I'm telling you that I am not having an appetite, and I feel like it's because of this medication, and a side effect of this medication is loss of appetite, and it's very hard for me to eat. I'm losing a pound a day. I done went from being 176 pounds to 140 pounds. and fast. You know what I'm saying? I'm letting you know that this is bothering me. I would like to eat normally. You know what I'm saying? My metabolism is just all out of whack. I'm losing weight like rapidly. Like if I miss a meal, I done lost 2 pounds. If I miss any meals, like I can't afford to miss a meal. But the thing is, it's like just trying to eat decent is becoming a problem. So I'm like, I'm telling you this, and all you can say is, let me prescribe you some anxiety and depression medication. Let me do this and do that. And I'm just like, and then I asked her, then she says to me, you know what? It's your choice. If you don't want to take the medicine, just stop taking it. And I told her, I looked her dead in her face and said, well, how am I going to just stop taking it? You can't just stop taking the medicine. She's like, yes, you can. I'm like, this bitch is crazy. Like, it just ain't making sense, and it's not adding up. It's like, how can you tell your patient to stop taking the medication that you have to wean yourself off of? And so get this. So the other day, I was like, okay, my medication is running low. I called the pharmacy, and I'm like, I waited too late actually to call the pharmacy, but I called them. I had 1 pill left for that day, and then the next following day, it wasn't no more pills. So I called the pharmacy. I'm like, yeah, I want to get my refill. They tell me, oh, we see here that your doctor canceled your medication. This bitch canceled my medication. And I'm just like, why the fuck would you do something like that? Like, I just don't even understand. I just logically, like, I don't understand how you can do that to somebody. This medicine is, like, you cannot just stop it. Like, it's medications out there that you just cannot stop taking. You have to stop. You have to wean yourself off of it. You have to slowly, like, lower the dosages. You cannot just stop. And for her to do that to me, I was like, that is crazy. I already wasn't going back to her because of the last time when she, you know, like, it was 2 things that happened. It was the first time I had the flare, and it was the second time when she tried to, just that recent time when she was just like, oh, I'm gonna give you something else. I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going back to this lady. And now you stop my medication? The medication that if I don't take that medication, I will wake up in severe pain. My body will be severely hurting, and you just stop my shit? I said, okay. I called that doctor's office. I said, listen, she needs to give me another prescription. I said, y'all know this medication you can't just stop taking. They ended up giving me another prescription. So I have another prescription. Next month, I see my rheumatologist, and I'm going to discuss what I should do with that doctor. And I'm still actively trying to find a naturopath herbalist doctor as well. So, yeah, I'm like, this lady either hates me, she racist as fuck, or she just, I don't know, like, what the fuck is it? Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. It's like, why do you keep trying to prescribe me anxiety and depression medication when I have 3 major illnesses that have all these effects happening to my body? And I'm telling you what's going on. I'm monitoring what's going on with my body. If something is happening that I haven't felt before, or if something that's happening that I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? What's wrong with me? And I haven't felt this way before, and I express that to you, why is the first thing you go to is, oh, that's just anxiety and depression? No, bitch. Like, I have literally medical, like, I have these autoimmune issues. Like, what are you talking about? Like, and why wouldn't you just look into it? I asked this lady to give me a blood test, and she gonna say no. Like, how are you a doctor and you're not trying to help me? So yeah, I think I don't know what it is, but like I said, I've been in the bed. I've been trying to take it easy for this whole week. And I still just do not feel, I just do, like yesterday, last night, I felt like I was starting to feel a little bit better. And then I got up this morning and it just hit me all over again. And I was just like, man, like, what the F? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the F? Like, why do I got to go through this? You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, my plan is to get with these natural doctors, these herbalist doctors, and just see what I can do. Talk to my rheumatologist and see what kind of plan we can come up with. But yeah, I just wanted to check in with y'all and let y'all know, you know, what's going on with me. I'm trying to be consistent on YouTube. When I say life be life and life be lifing, and that's the thing, it's like I'm going through all of these medical problems on top of other life issues, you know what I'm saying? And stress is one of the worst things that you can have when you dealing with any kind of medical issue. Stress is just bad, period. But when you dealing with medical issues, it's like, what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? But I can't do nothing but pray. I'm just gonna pray, and you know, and I'm just gonna just keep trying to be positive and just try to get through this, you know what I'm saying? But man, I wouldn't wish this shit on my worst enemy, you know what I'm saying? It's just very annoying, it's very tiring, it's very exhausting, it's very traumatizing. It's just not fun. It's not fun. It's not fun. And it's really, it's hurtful, and it's frustrating when no one around you is going through none of this, so they don't understand. And it's like, you know, they can, it's like you don't truly understand. And then it's another thing with me is I don't really, like I tell some of my friends and family like how I'm doing and, you know, some of the things I'm going through, but I don't get real deep with it, because it's like I don't want to sound like just that person that's always complaining like something is wrong, something happened, something is wrong. Like it's like every time you turn around, something wrong with this girl, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, so I try to not really make it seem like it's a thing, when in reality it really is like serious, you know what I'm saying? And it's like people just don't fully understand, and it's like I don't know, it's just hard to deal with y'all, but I'm trying, and I just wanted to come and share that. So I guess y'all my diary now. I'm just getting it all out, my frustrations. I just pray that tomorrow I'll wake up feeling better. I want to shout out my girl though. My girl, my friend. Something is seriously wrong with my camera. But like I said, I want to shout out my friend. She sent me these hemp gummies, y'all. They don't have THC in them, but they just hemp gummies. And she sent them. She hit me up and was like, girl, I'm sending you some hemp gummies, and hopefully these will help you with your, you know, just to relax and everything like that. My camera's about to die again, but shout out to you. I love you, girl. Thank you so much for I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned, more to come. Thank y'all so much for watching. Hit the like, subscribe, share this video out.
Let me tell you about this girl. Maybe I shouldn't. I made her feel it, and her name is Brown. See, we been making love constantly. That's why my eyes are shade blood burgundy. The way that we kiss is unlike any other way that I be kissing. What I'm kissing, what I miss. Won't you listen? Brown sugar, babe. I guess high of your love, I don't know how to be.